so that you're not setting yourself up for unrealistic things. Wouldn't we all be where we want to be by now? Weight loss and fat loss. I could give you a second to think about it. And tell yourself how proud you are of yourself for just watching this video. And I hate to be the one to tell you, hey, what is up? Kate the Great here. Welcome back to my channel. It's really nice to have you here. Today, I'm going to go over 5 tips to start your fitness and health journey, specifically weight loss and fat loss. This is for anyone who has been on a fitness journey and whatever they're doing is not working for them or hasn't worked after you've given it a decent try. This is for anyone who is totally just starting from scratch, or anyone who has chosen or has technically been forced or needs to start from scratch. You'll see these are very, very simple tips, except they are extremely challenging to execute. Something to remember here is honesty is always the best policy, especially in this world where there is so much silliness being thrown out there, like all of these fad diets or things that will help you get results fast, things that are just not safe and not the best way to do things. And I like to think that we all know it, but we all want results so quick and so badly that we will try these things hoping that they work, and then they don't work and you've essentially wasted your time. So it's in your best interest to start off the correct way and the most ideal way for you. And as I go through these tips, do not forget that we are all different. We're all unique with all different lifestyles, journeys, bodies, and environment surrounding us. So things will depend and will vary per person, but these are pretty general things. The best way to get the results that you want is to aim for sustainability and lifelong results. So creating habits and doing things that you can take with you throughout your lifetime. Because don't you want your results to last essentially forever? I could give you a second to think about it, but I'm assuming that you do. So you have to be real with yourself and remind yourself that things will take time. Nothing is going to take like 1 or 2 weeks. It's going to take months and months, maybe honestly even years. And it's good to soak that in at the start so that you're not setting yourself up for unrealistic things. And I hate to be the one to tell you that you're not gonna get what you want super quick, super easy. It's going to take time. Don't you think that things that are easy or fast track ways to lose fat or lose weight actually worked, that wouldn't we all be where we want to be by now? I can let you think about that one too for a sec. So it's a good idea to be realistic with yourself and get that mentality down from the start. Before we jump into the 5 tips, please give this video a like and subscribe down below. It really helps to support me and my channel, and so you can always come back and hang out with me again with whatever you enjoy on here. Tip number 1, establish good habits and pair things that you already love to do with habits that you'd like to implement into your life. When I say habits, I mean any kind of habit, whether you are wanting to get more of a regular sleep schedule or go for a walk every morning or not have as much dessert during the week. Habits are hard enough to implement into your life and get a routine down and stick with them. So what I always advise people and what I do personally is to pair things that I already love to do with things that I want to start doing. So for example, if you followed along with my journey, I am starting to implement daily morning walks. So first thing I do in the morning is go for the walk, and I pair it with listening to a podcast, and I look forward to it so much because I already love to listen to podcasts. So I have the mentality that like, great, I'm going to listen to my podcast, I love doing this, and I'm gonna go for my walk with it. So those 2 things have comboed into one habit that I have been doing daily throughout the week. And now I love my walk just as much because I love my podcast, so now I love them together. I want you to think about it, pair something that you already love with something that you'd like to do, and then just get it done and make it a non-negotiable. Tip number 2, in regards to exercise and movement, build a foundation first. Learn to move well before you start to load and increase the intensity and demand. A lot of people will jump right out the gate and just go crazy with exercise and overdo it, overuse, or just have their bodies not really understand how to move, so that when they're loading so much on so quickly, your body is like, oh my gosh, what is going on? I don't even know how to work myself. And that's usually how injuries happen. And just in general, it's not the best way to go. I like to call them foundational moves. Learn those types of moves, build a foundation, and then load on from there. Trust me. Tip number 3, be aware of what you are consuming, aka what you're eating, aka fuel for your body. A caloric intake is such a huge part of someone's fitness and weight loss and fat loss journey. You have to be fully aware of what you are taking in. I always suggest to people to just start by simply thinking about what you're eating. Just jot it down on a piece of paper, in the notes in your phone, whatever works best for you. Just write down what you ate for the day, and then if you can, what you ate for the week. Try to just be aware of what you're actually taking in. Sometimes people don't even realize that they're eating too much, or to be honest, a lot of people are eating too little, and writing it down will just make you aware of what's going on, and maybe your caloric intake has been the missing piece. Or if you're just starting out, it's a good thing to just start to be aware of what you're consuming. Tip number 4, invest in your health. Now, investing in your health can mean something different for everyone. You can invest money, you can invest time, you can invest effort. So effort and time in regards to researching better programs, absorbing information that's correct, and not all that silliness out there. So taking the time to find people who you can trust and find people who actually know what they're talking about, and then learn from there. And in regards to investing money, I mean, for example, like me, people invest into me to train them to help them. So working one-on-one with a trainer like me, or investing in a program, or investing in better foods that will help you in the long run. And lastly, tip number 5, surround yourself with people who will aid you in your journey. So what I mean by this is have everyone around you, people who are in your life, fully aware of the goals that you have and you wanting to start your journey or restart or whatever you are here for. Discuss with these people around you what your goals are, what you need from them maybe. Basically just get everyone on the same page, because it is a poor feeling if you are trying to eat a little bit better and then someone offers you something that is hard to say no to. And then I've also heard scenarios where people will make the person feel bad about making a better choice for themselves. So it might make it easier if everyone is aware of what you are trying to do. And on the other side of that, they can also help to keep you accountable. So if someone knows that you are trying to only have dessert a couple times a week, they won't go out of their way to ask you every single night if you'd like to get dessert with them. Maybe they'll just get it on their own. Or if someone is trying to implement more exercise in their life, their friend or their family member or significant other might ask them to go on a walk or to include them in some movement that they're doing. And again, there's that accountability, and then maybe you can enjoy the exercise a little bit more because now you're doing it with someone that you love. And that is it. That is all 5 tips that I have for you today. Hopefully you can start to implement them into your life, into your journey. Before we go, I do want you to stop for a second, pat yourself on the back, and tell yourself how proud you are of yourself for just watching this video. Even if you're just thinking about starting your journey, That is a huge step for some people. So be proud of yourself for just taking this step. Do not forget, I am always here to help. I am super excited for you to start your journey. And again, give yourself one last pat on the back. I hope you have a great day, and I will see you next time. Bye. There's a dog barking. Starting. Oh, there is a bunny that's literally this big right next to me. Hi. So cute. I lost what I was saying. So little bunny. Started. Blah, blah, blah. Oh my gosh. So cut all that out. Don't use that stuff. Discuss with these people. Oh, bird. Oh, it's a little bird. I think it's a blue jay. I love blue jays. These animals keep making me lose my chain of thought.